Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Sethum and welcome back to another video guide for Ark Survival Evolved. In this video, folks, I'm going to be showing you how to tame a Yutyrannus. A Yutyrannus is pretty much on par with the Rex, and it is one of those creatures that is really amazing and definitely worth having. So if you guys enjoy this video and find it useful and informative, please do not forget to support me on the channel by hitting that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and haven't already for more similar content from myself. And if you have just subscribed, why not check out some of my other videos and guides here on this channel? Who knows, you might just enjoy them. Also, don't forget to hit that bell icon so that you get notified when I upload new videos and content to the channel. And for those interested, you can always find me on the Sethtopia Discord. Links to this you can find down below in the video description, as well as in a pinned comment from myself. So with that out of the way, let's get into what you need to tame the Yutyrannus. First off, the Yutyrannus tends to spawn in the cold regions of the map, so make sure you have fur armor or at least half a fur armor set, depending on how cold the area is. For this, you will also want to craft a saddle, and a Yutyrannus saddle can be crafted at level 80, and here are the resources that you will need to craft it. Also, very important to note, we are going to be using, or I'm going to be showing the same method that I've used for the Therizinosaurus and the Rex in this video, and that is of course a pitfall trap. It is the best way of doing it, but do bear in mind that the Yutyrannus does tend to normally often have Carnos with it, as that is pretty much a pack leader for the Carnos, so you'll want to bear that in mind. Also, the Yutyrannus has a buff and debuff that it does. It will buff up the Carnos that it has with it, and it has a debuff that will apply fear, and so therefore make most of the creatures in the game randomly run around uncontrollably. So do bear that in mind, as of course that does impact what creature you can use to kite it with. Of course, one of those creatures that is not affected by fear is the Wyvern. You can use land dinos, but the problem with that is you need to be very careful not to fall into your own pitfall trap. So I strongly recommend using a strong flyer such as a Wyvern if you have access to it. It does not even need to be a high level Wyvern. So the Yutyrannus that I was wanting to tame has fallen off the edge of the frozen area, so I'm going to start building my trap here. As with my previous traps, this is going to be a 2x2 foundation trap. I'm going to build it where these trees are, so I'm going to clear the area out just so I can see what is around me. Now do bear in mind that there will be other creatures. As you can see in front of me, there are the aloes. Now a single aloe, not a danger. A group of 3, a bit of a danger. In terms of kibble, the Yutyrannus prefers the extraordinary kibble, and so make sure you have that with you. You can of course also use the prime meat or the lamb chops should you wish. And with the trap, as you see, I've set it up as a 2x2 foundation. We're going to go with 2 walls high. We're going to do that in a U shape, as one of the exits of course will be a dinosaur gateway. So I need to make sure that the Yutyrannus is not on top of me when I dismount, because I want to pick up some of the pieces. I did place the walls wrongly. So you want to place the walls in the direction from which you will be kiting the Yutyrannus, with the dinosaur gateway towards the opposite direction. So this is one of the things. I'm going to do the walls first. So I'm going to kite it most likely from this direction, so therefore I will go with 2 walls high. We'll do this in a U-shape pattern, and at the opening towards my Wyvern I will place down a stone dinosaur gateway with a gate just to keep the Yutyrannus in. On the outside of the walls I will place down 2 ramps so that I can walk or kite the Yutyrannus into the trap. Let's place the gate as well. So that is the trap itself closed. Now this has a dual purpose. It will keep small creatures out. Once you've kited it in and knocked it out, you can remove the ramp so nothing can get in. Do bear in mind that half of the Yutyrannus will be sticking out, so you might want to have some spiked walls. I do want to be economical on the resources that I'm using, and so I am going to use my Wyvern to keep stuff away. Now, as you can see, this is a bit of a bug. It should not do that. It's not really allowing me to attach the ramp to the wall, and we actually need it there. So I'm going to pick up the gate and the gateway. So I recommend that you place the ramps down first before you place the gateway. It doesn't always happen, but when it does, it is awfully annoying, and you don't really want to be wasting resources. Now the Yutyrannus has aggroed on me, so I'm just going to kind of kite it away. I know there's some stuff around here, so I will fly up into the air, let it aggro onto that tech stego, let it have some fun with the tech stego while I set up its new temporary enclosure. So let's place these ramps down here. Now it is possible that the ramps may take damage, and I probably recommend that you destroy the trap after you've used it to recover some of the items that you've invested into trapping it, and you can reuse those resources to build another trap. The Yutirannus is a very special creature, apart from the fact that it is fluffy and cute. Once you have tamed it, you can use it to buff up your dinos. It will apply a buff, I can't remember exactly to what stat, but I believe it is damage or something of the sorts like that. Correct me if I am wrong. But it also has a, or at least the buff will affect the damage output of your dino. That's the way I meant to say it. I'm not quite sure exactly, I can't remember how it works, but it also has a debuff that will apply fear to smaller creatures. So that's why it's important to make sure that the creature that you will be using to kite the Yutirannus into the trap is not affected by it. Also, an important key factor to bear in mind is that normally the Yutirannus will have, as I said, Carnos with it, so you will want to get rid of the Carnos before you try and kite it into the trap. You can try, of course, to do that with the Carnos attached to it, then take out the Carnos once it's in the trap. But the only problem that I see with that is the fact that the Carnos being close to the Yutirannus and having their own hitboxes may affect where the Yutirannus can go, and so they can end up pushing the Yutirannus around the trap. As you can see, it falls into the trap quite nicely, unlike the Rex, so there is plenty of space for it. As always, do a flyby around the trap. Make sure that the creature in the trap is focused at you or turning with you. If it is turning with you, it does mean that it is still aggroed on you. If it cannot get out, that is a good sign. Once you are certain there are no bugs that will allow the creature in the trap to get out, start tranking it. As always, I prefer using a combination of the trank arrows and trank darts. I have explained that in my previous videos, but I'll do that for this video as well. The darts and the long neck rifle apply more torpor but do less damage, whereas the trank arrows apply probably less torpor and do more damage. However, after the trank arrow has hit the creature, it will continue to apply some torpor over time. And as you can see, I have been combining the trank arrows and the trank darts. It is looking pretty bloody, but by combining them, I have managed to reduce the amount of damage I've done to this creature, and so it should have a okay amount of HP remaining. Before you start trying to tame it, make sure the area is clear. And in terms of accessing the Yutirannus's inventory, as you can see, most of it is out of the trap. However, I cannot access its inventory. The only way to do that is to either be on top of it or go inside the trap and tickle its toes by pressing the interact button. And so that's how you access the inventory. Now I'm trying to recover my Argentavis back. There we go. As this is a high level Yutirannus, I'm just going to show you exactly what I said before. So it's not allowing me from here. That's fine. We can always just tickle its toes and it will let us into its inventory. Its torpor is going down, I suppose, not necessarily fast, but still do bear in mind. So do cater for that. Make sure you have plenty of narcotics. Now, I am going to be starving this creature, and a very, very good app to use is the Dododex app. This can be obtained from the App Store, both on iOS as well as on the Android devices. And this app is quite amazing as it has a taming calculator. It will tell you how much narcotics you'll need, how many arrows you'll need. It will tell you breeding timers and all this valuable information with regards to dinos in the game. So definitely worth having it. Now, for the purposes of this video and trying to do things as quick as possible, I will be using Tame XL, which instantly starves the creature and applies torpor. So obviously you won't have access to this on official servers, as this is a mod. Also, another thing to bear in mind is with the taming of the creature, if you're using the starve method, sometimes when you place the food in the creature's inventory, it will take a bite, then it will take quite a while for the second bite. I'm not quite sure what causes this, and it's not necessarily just the mod. I have seen this when I've done it without the use of a mod. Also, while you are waiting for the creature to starve out or tame, I do recommend removing the ramps. This way things cannot get in there. So like for example a Pegomastax, that is very annoying. It gets in there and it will start just randomly attacking stuff, and so if it gets hit whilst it is knocked out or taming, it will lose taming effectiveness. And in my point of view, if you're going for high level creatures, that is a waste of kibble. Now obviously I am into breeding my dinos for stats and stuff like that, and I do want the most powerful stuff that I can get, and so I don't really want to be wasting time and kibble. Alternately, you can surround the outside of the trap where the Yutyrannus' body is with spiked walls, I meant, to keep stuff away. Don't forget to remove the kibble out of the Yutyrannus' inventory once it has tamed, as you don't want it to eat it. Also, remember to clean up after yourself, as you don't really want to be leaving stuff lying around. Plus, you can always reuse the raw materials that you've used up on the trap, and obviously the problem with that is the foundations will affect the respawn of resources and creatures in the area, so you know, it's going to make it difficult for other people that want to use the area for the same reason as you. With that being said and done, folks, that is it for this video. I do hope that you have enjoyed it and found it useful and informative. If you have, please do not forget to support me and the channel by hitting that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and haven't already for more similar content from myself. And if you have just subscribed, don't forget to hit that bell icon so that you get notified when I upload new videos and content. And why not check out some of my other videos and guides here on this channel. Who knows, you might just enjoy them. Also, for those interested, you can always find me on the Sethtopia Discord. Links to this you can find down below in the video's description, as well as in a pinned comment from myself. Until next time, stay safe, folks.